It came out as one of my favorite beats of this month. You need to experiment more, and especially when you're collabing with other people. You might be a little bit afraid of the feedback that you get from those people when you send it back. I think it's great not to worry about that and to make the stuff you want to make. So we in the studio, I'm introducing this new angle. Come on, bruh. Who in this game got an angle like that? Today's tutorial is a collab video with Snome. Go check out his YouTube. Go sub to this guy. I found him on YouTube and I was immediately hooked to his videos. So I hit him up and here we are making this collab tutorial. So let's dive into this tutorial right here.
Yo, what's good guys? I'm gonna be showing you how I made the melody that I sent to George, and let's get into it. So this is like the main melody right here, and as you can see it's just a 2-bar loop, and I wanted to Electro X for all of my melodies and sounds, and I chose B minor for my scale. And as you can see from what I highlighted, this is like pretty much like the basis of the chord progressions. So I have this D and E, then this B and D, and then C sharp and F sharp, and then these A's right here, just like extra notes that I added to like spice it up so it's not like boring. So if you think your chords are basic, just like add like different like accent notes, or like change the length of your notes so like they're not just like straight like 3 bars, 4 bars, 2 bars. Like, you know, this one's like awkwardly like placed, like there's a little space right here, and then like this one's a lot shorter. You just want to switch things up, and that's like how you keep your stuff simple but also like not really boring. Then I got this key right here and I played like a really simple pattern down. It's just like a 2-bar loop repeated once again. And as you can see, this one's like a little like offbeat, and I did that on purpose so like it just felt like a little more real and like a little different. And then this is the final synth that I added, and I actually don't even know if this is what George used, because if you listen to it, it literally sounds like the Electro stock sound. So I don't know if George ended up using that or like the actual synth, but I don't know, my Electro be doing that sometimes, so I just gotta drag this sound in again. And this is what it should have sounded like, so hopefully George uses this one. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole melody. I pretty much just added this EQ to all of them, and then I just have a soft clipper on the master, like a regular soft clipper. I didn't do anything to it, and that's pretty much the whole melody. So I'm gonna give it back to George and he can show you how to do the drums. Peace out.
I'm gonna drag the sample in again for you guys. What I did was I took these stems at the end of the sample because I like to, you know, change the stuff up a little bit more. Pitched it up 2 semitones, and then after that I reversed it. Make it sound like this. And this is like, you know, you're floating. This is like I'm flying. Feel me? Next sound, didn't do that reverse stuff, but also did the semitone thing. And then with the third stem, I did this kind of thing where I pitched it up 1 octave higher than the rest. So that's 2 semitones and then an octave. So make sure you count that up and use your quick math. Make it 14 instead of 12. Also, this is reversed, so it's really what I said in the beginning, like really experimenting with what I can make out of this sample. Almost sounds like a Shaperbox, like a Shaperbox preset. Let's get over to the drums. The first thing I started off with were the claps, just to give me some rhythm. Did my signature thing with these claps by delaying the second one in the measure one click of the BPM. It sounds really odd. I really like it, but I'm gonna let you guys hear it in context with the hi-hats, because otherwise it makes no sense. So over here we have the hi-hats, not my regular hi-hat sound. I pitched it down, as you can see, 3 semitones. Did some really regular stutters and all of that stuff. This is what the pattern sounds like together with the claps. For these perks, I use this Beanie X perk. It's like this R&B tap sound. I don't know why I did that. And that's in combination with this snare where I did something interesting. Added a lot of reverb on top of it to make it sound like this. That's something I not usually do, feel me? We have this generic open hat in the beginning, and then over here we got this other hat which I put a delay on. As you can see, the feedback and the dry wet are a little bit put down from the default settings. So all of that in context with each other sounds like this. I think it's really important to see the context. That's why I pulled up this view, because you can really see the orange things are the perks, the blue things are the open hats, and the hi-hats are the green notes. And I think that it's more important to look at it as a whole instead of looking at like in every different track. Let's go over to these 808s. I upgraded to Ableton 11 and in Elf. That's my own language. I updated to Ableton 11, which I really like this scale function in. You press the key you are in, and then you have the scale which you are in. The minor is the most common thing. And when I use this for my bass, the chances are very, very small for me to hit a note out of key.
Why do I use this?
And
George, why don't put those 808s one octave up?
well, I still do that to hear if it sounds good, but I have some experiences with beats I made in like not an area I'm used to, and speakers were like very they were lying to me basically, because the notes really in that room sounded perfect on key, but when I came home and listened to it and in my trusted space, in my trusted area, I noticed that just 2 notes of the 4 notes I used were out of key. I really recommend using it, Ableton users. I also have this bass running from IAYZE, which is this free plugin I've been bragging about a lot on this channel, so IAYZE, please sponsor me. There's a preset, it's called Bass Tunnel. I got sidetracked with the whole scale thing, which is upgraded in Ableton 11, but really the thing I did was start off on the root note an octave up. This isn't something you wouldn't expect, so what I said in the beginning, bros, I really want to experiment with this beat, so that's what I did. I think it came out fire personally, and this is the whole beat.
George. Bruh, is that George?
It's like a Drake type beat. I could definitely hear Drake on this, like, I ain't gonna cap.